24 teams started play Friday morning, and after the round robin, tiebreakers, quarters, and semis, 2 teams are left standing. Wasylkiw and Connings, Liscumb and Liscumb, it's the finals of the Ontario Mixed Doubles Curling Championship, brought to you by Curl On and Title Sports Live. Good evening to everyone. My name is Jason Chang, and with me is 3-time Canadian Scotties Tournament of Hearts participant, Catherine Derrick. Good evening, Catherine.
Good evening, Jason. How exciting is this going to be?
Well, we've been building up to this game and this moment. These 2 teams will be battling out for the Ontario Mixed Doubles title.
Yes. Let's take a look at how they got here.
Yeah, each of these teams had to play 5 round-robin games to make it this far, and then they played tiebreakers, quarterfinals, semifinals, and now to the finals. In the case of Lauren Wasylkiw, Shane Connings, they had a 3-2 record in a round robin. They got through a tiebreaker against Stewart and Stewart. Then quarterfinal, a win over Brantwood and Shirtlift. Took out their clubmates from Unionville, Lowe and Thompson, in the semis, and that brings them to these finals. For Liscumb and Liscumb, they got through their pool at 4-1. They beat Wilson and Dow in the quarters, 7-1. Took out Hobson and Tippett, 8-1, and with a spectacular performance this afternoon that we witnessed live at 3 p.m. And that brings us to this final.
And what a final it's going to be. We're already underway here. Lauren has thrown her first rock and was just a little bit heavy. I don't know if sometimes it's nerves or just takes a rock or two to settle in.
Liscumb and Liscumb, they do have the last stone advantage in the first end. They got that last stone advantage by virtue of being in the higher ranked position.
Yes, they finished their pool with a 4-1 record.
That's right. Wasylkiw and Connings, a 3-2 record in the round robin. So that 4-1 record gave them last stone advantage.
Where is it?
It's just top button.
They've also selected the same rock that they used in the semifinals.
That's no surprise.
Of course, if you
They
want
just, yes, they just got off the ice just a little over an hour and a half ago and had a great game. They were our feature game, and I think that what stuck out the most was the draw weight that both Catherine and Chris had.
Yeah, both of these teams have played on sheet 3. We've been on sheet 3 over the past 3 days, bringing you live coverage from the ice to your device. Nice tap back by Shane. Pushes the Yellowstone back.
It still stays in the rings.
Yep.
If not, it would have had to be removed, right, Jason?
Yeah, it had to been. Everything would have been reset because you can't remove any stones in mixed doubles until the 4th delivered stone. The 4th delivered stone will be the team who has hammer's second stone.
And what a difference from regular play, because you can't hit a stone that's in the house either. And another one is you can't even hit your own stone out.
Yeah, that's the difference of mixed doubles. This modified free guard zone rule creates a lot of offense, a lot of rocks in play. We've seen that all week. The draws are very important. Most of the first few shots in an end are draws or tap backs.
Just a little rub here.
They won't be too upset with that. That's a good miss. Moving the guard out of the way exposes that blue shot stone on the top of the forefoot.
Well, prior to the game, each team is given 22 minutes of thinking time. They are also given 2 90-second timeouts. We've had a couple of games, even a couple of games that we've covered, that the time has become an issue towards the second half of the game.
Yeah, the viewers can see the time clocks on the back of the boards. The players have to be very careful in making sure they keep the pace of play up. It is thinking time. That means the clock is only running when they are thinking and deliberating about a shot. Once the player crosses the T line, the time clock stops. So right now when they're throwing and sweeping, the time clocks are not running.
And then the time clock will start again for the opposing team once the rock is stopped and they have cleared the house.
That's right. So it's a very fair system, whether you play draws or whether you play hits, because draws take longer to throw. You don't get penalized for playing more draws. It's all about how much time you're taking in between the shots. We are playing 8 end games here. Ties after an 8th end will go to an extra end.
And if we happen to go to an extra end, the clocks go back to 0 and they are allowed 3 minutes of thinking time each.
top one and just sit
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. Ah,
We've seen a couple of extra end games today, but not on our featured sheet. We expect a really tight one. Both these teams have been playing very well. Liscumb.
Yeah.
Only one loss in this week so far. That was in the round robin portion of this tournament.
close. Whoa,
Wasylkiw and Connings,
whoa.
they've won 3 straight games to
much?
get to these finals.
Through.
Yep. Yep.
Like,
Whoa.
Nice shot.
Very nice shot. Just gets by that top blue.
And gets that little flip
sits
behind
two.
cover.
this way?
I think Shing's going to run
Yeah,
this
have to
in.
play it this way.
Yeah.
So the winner of this game, Jason,
Like,
gets
as much
to
as you can see,
wear the
right?
Ontario colors
Yeah, we almost
proudly
want to. We almost
at,
want to hit it on this side.
the
but
Nationals, which
So
are
what kind of
held
weight?
March 17th to the
Don't have to.
22nd
Like
at
firm.
Portage La
Yeah.
Prairie, Manitoba.
I think you're okay if you hit it high side this way.
What an honor that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's my out
Sorry.
turn.
And we will be
Little
crowning a
less.
brand new Ontario champion.
Yeah.
Neither of these teams have won the mixed doubles event.
Yes.
They've played in the provincials before. I believe Lauren and Shane actually made the playoffs last
Whoa,
year,
Whoa. Yeah. Whoa. Yep. Yep.
losing in the semis.
Yeah.
Shane trying to
This
run
is
the blue
close.
back, trying to make the double. Blue, yellow, they all go away.
Oh, what a great shot.
Beautiful shot.
Yep. Takes the stones off the 4-foot. Yellow does have hammer.
Yep.
It looks like blue is setting a couple.
This is Catherine and Chris's 5th year that they've been playing mixed doubles together. So lots of experience together.
As a mixed doubles team as well as a couple off the ice.
Yeah, I think so.
Is that an advantage or a disadvantage, do you think, Jason? Or it depends on the couple?
I think it depends on the couple. I think some couples just wouldn't be able to stand playing with each other. But we have had a lot of couples in this tournament.
I know in regular play I have a lot of friends that play mixed together, and
Should be okay.
See what it's done.
the wife will not go in the house with her husband. She will play lead rocks or throw the third rocks, but not go in the house to call the line.
I've heard
Switch
that.
and
Marriage
from-
is more important.
That's right. You separate the play, the front end versus the back end. Here, there's no options. You gotta work well with your partner and
Yes.
communicate. And we talked a lot about communication in the mixed doubles game.
What a nice come around right here.
Any weight that you like.
I think that
From
might force
Chris.
Lauren to play
Normal?
another run back.
Like, yeah.
It is fully buried. This
Hair
run
off
back is
nose.
not too long.
Yeah, nose works, but
Expect Lauren to
anything
be
high
close.
side's good too.
Lauren has a lot of experience
Which turn
playing,
do you like?
not just in mixed doubles,
I think
but
this
in
way.
women's play as well.
She has.
there?
This is her 5th final,
Yeah, it
provincial
should
final.
stay fairly straight.
So lots of experience.
Yeah,
She
it
knows
should be pretty
exactly
straight.
how to deal with the situation, the extra nerves,
Yours
the
might
little
come up just a
butterflies.
hair.
Yeah.
She previously played out of Newfoundland, and she represented Newfoundland at the 2013 Scott Tournament of Hearts. And they were just down the road here in Kingston, where the Briar's being played this week.
Yep.
She also went in 2016 as the 5th player.
Hard. Hard.
They're
So
going to
a
have to
ton
go
of
hard
experience.
on this.
It looks close.
Okay,
Blue
good
onto
throw.
yellow. Yellow disappears.
She loses her shooter, but I think she'll be happy with that.
Oh yeah, I don't think she'll
I
be
don't
too
hate
concerned.
giving this a go. Because
Blue is sitting
if you're
too?
thick, just roll in.
Okay,
There's a long double
Yep.
there.
I mean, it's way out there. I don't mind drawing you.
let's try it.
Okay.
So they are going to try the long double, but as Chris said, the way to air is if you hit it thick, you just roll in and you take your one.
Yeah, there's a lot of room to roll to still be shot stones. So I like this call. Also, if you're trying to play a draw, you're kind of going far out. So you don't really know the path anyway, and you're drawing against two.
Yes.
So there's a bit of upside to this shot, but
For you, right?
also a little bit safer. If you just make contact with one, you can,
You just
at
went
worst,
out
give
there.
up one, or you can just roll in for your single point as well. So first and final stone, Catherine Liscumb at the Ontario Mixed Doubles Provincial Finals 2020.
Yep.
They jump
They're
it right out
sweeping
of
it.
their hand.
This is curling.
Yep.
They're going to have to go hard for their one.
I don't think she's going to get the inside roll. A little bit. Is that
Yeah.
enough?
I think it is.
Yeah, yellow.
Yeah.
One yellow.
Oh, great sweeping by Chris Liscumb. They save it.
Yeah, from here it looked like almost it was going to over curl and roll out, and it would have been a steal of one, but great shot.
So after the first end of play, Liscumb and Liscumb, they lead 1-0. So we've said that we're going to be crowning a new Ontario champion, but the Liscumms have actually played at a couple of national championships before. They've made it into the Canadians on points in previous years. Last year, 2019 and 2018, they played at the Nationals. So they know what a big game is like. They know what it's like to be on center stage.
Okay, let's lock this on.
Freeze attempt here by Catherine Liscumb. She wanted to give a shout out to her parents, Jerry and Barb.
Not room.
So if you're watching,
Hey, I don't think weight's bad. Maybe a little
Whoa.
tap.
Whoa.
Yeah, tap.
I'm sure they're proud of this young lady. She played phenomenally in the semifinal.
Oh, she was so good. She made this first shot draw or a little tap every single time.
Good
She
weight.
taps it back again. Might have been just a little bit stronger than she wanted. Rolls open.
Should I come in this
Just-
way?
Yeah, top 4 buried.
Yeah.
Right there.
405?
405, yeah.
We just heard Lauren say a 4:05, so that would be a back
95.
line to hog split time. So the ice has been very quick.
Whoa.
Great conditions
Wait
by
only
Matt
right
and his
now.
Line only.
team.
Very
Line's
consistent.
okay.
Yes, they've done
Line
a
only.
wonderful job.
Whoa. Whoa. Little bit.
We should also give
Okay,
a shout out to
top
all
four.
the volunteers here at the
Whoa.
Brockville
You're back.
Golf and Country
Okay.
Club. They have been here for every draw. They have been timing. They have been making the players feel at home. Great hospitality.
Yep.
We came here last year, Curl On and TSL, for the senior provincials last year at this club, and the hospitality once
Yeah,
again
for
was top notch.
Yeah.
Great
still
place
looking for 4,
to have a
405.
provincial.
It's 93.
Yeah, and this was my first time visiting the Brockville Country Club.
It's
I've
close.
been very impressed.
Okay, room right now.
I used to come on a yearly basis when
Okay,
the
well,
Shorty
I-
Jenkins used to be played at this club.
Switch.
That's right.
Need a little backing.
Okay, switch. Yeah,
To the
go.
black loop.
Chris Liscumb trying
Oh.
to draw down.
Fudge it.
Also a little bit heavy here. Into the pocket. He'll tap the 2 stones a little bit. Yellow sitting first and second shot. Behind the tee, though.
Just up.
Yeah.
Would be okay to tap it right
Gives
out.
Shane an opportunity to come
Flop it
sit
from the other one.
right on top of
In
it.
front of our blue?
No,
In front
And
of the
blue
other
does
I don't,
have
they
hammer.
can't get under inside
Yeah.
of it.
Shane wanted to give a shout out to all of his family. There was too many people to name, so he just said the whole family. So hello there to the whole family from Shane.
We'll just go
Well,
for the freeze.
Yeah.
Shane is a very smart man to just say everyone, because you don't want to leave
You
somebody
don't wanna
out.
leave
You
out
don't want to
anyone.
leave an uncle or an aunt or a grandparent out.
90.
This is Shane's first
Tap.
final.
Okay, line's good for the tap.
Back 8. Back 4.
Line looks good.
Whoa.
We know that it does curl if the weight
Back
is
4.
the right
Whoa,
weight,
yep.
and it is coming
Pretty
in
close.
nice.
Yep.
Yeah, back 4 is what they're
Hard.
looking for, to come down to that yellow stone and
Hard.
sit on top. You can see the rock curling nicely towards the center line, taps the yellow one back, sits shot stone on the back of the button.
Nice weight control.
As mentioned, Shane and Lauren, they're
Yeah,
from
okay,
the
less weight
Unionville
than my
Curling
last.
Club. They defeated their clubmates in the semifinal. That was a nice win for them, but they also got a lot of support from the team they defeated. Lowe and Thompson, I know they're cheering them on.
On their drive home, I believe.
Yes, on their drive home. It is a long ways back to the Greater Toronto area. Unionville just on the north side of the GTA.
The passenger might be watching it on their
That's right.
on their device.
That's right. Title Sports Live. We bring you the coverage wherever you may be.
Hair less. Not much though.
Oh,
Chris wanted to give a shout out to his parents, Glenn and Helen.
switch. Yep.
It goes curling.
Yep.
This one has to curl,
Yeah,
but
gotta go.
we do know that it does
Gotta
curl
go.
in here.
Yeah, I think the problem is it's
Whoa.
just a little bit heavy again. Chris has been throwing just a little bit too strong the last couple of shots. He's got to dial it back in,
I think
try
we
to
just have
feel what
sit
that
here.
weight is
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
It's tempting to hit this, but it just leaves them a little hit and flop.
Yeah.
Freeze.
Yeah. Oh, too much ice.
What if we, but even if we just come to it, they'll just come this way, right?
Yeah, I think we want to be like right
Yeah, I like that.
Well, Catherine, they contemplated making a double on the yellows, but the problem with that is you'll leave your shooter behind the tee line.
Everything would be
Right
behind
top
T
line.
Yeah,
line.
and
Yeah.
there'll be a big pocket.
That would leave Catherine either the in-turn draw or the out-turn draw. Both would be available.
So 4 this time?
So they've opted to come around with the
Yeah, even
out-turn.
four-
90.
Even
Top 4.
Yeah.
I like
Four should be
4.
close.
Yeah.
4 should be really close.
Oh, no, sorry, I apologize. They're
The
coming
in-turn?
around on the in-turn, yep.
Nice. Well, 3.
That's it. Yeah. Just
Line looks good here.
Weight's good.
Room for now. Room for now.
I think we're top 4.
Just top
really
four.
You got to
close.
think that
Just
these
top
two
four.
are
Top
tired.
4.
Line's great.
This is their fourth
Little
game
deeper.
today,
Got
T-line.
room.
and that's
Lots
already
of
room.
sweeping.
T-line.
and that's already
Oh,
playing
gotta
5
curl.
games
To
over
that
Friday
yellow.
and Saturday. So it
Okay.
does come in a little bit heavy.
Still back 8.
Back 8, almost
Yeah.
back 12 weight. There is a pocket now.
Shoot.
And not only is it 4 games, it's also 4 6-minute practices.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's how many more deliveries?
You throw quite a few
You
rocks.
do throw quite a few rocks in 6 minutes when you're only 2.
Yes. So they have to be very fit.
Yes, probably fatigue is not setting in right now because they're of the adrenaline just
Yes.
being in a final, provincial final.
They'll want to sleep
sure,
afterwards.
But for sure, once the game is over. So a chance here for Catherine. Oh, no, sorry. We're still
line's tighter.
Got still a couple of rocks left.
still a couple of rocks left.
Per team,
Okay.
Chris
We're
trying
on.
to get in once
Oh.
again. Now he's been a heavy in the last 2
Mine's
shots, so
better.
he's trying to dial the weight back now.
Room still though.
Yeah, there goes.
How much?
Back 4.
Okay.
Let's
Switch.
go.
The weight is
Look
definitely
at this
much
come on.
better.
Yes, this is curling right
Whoa,
over
whoa,
now.
whoa.
Back 4 weight. Right into this pocket.
kidding me.
Oh, what an unfortunate
Okay.
result. Just
It's very
we
close
just
who is shot
Right
rock.
there. Come this way this time.
Come this way, I think.
But they definitely did move one of the blues back.
It's okay.
Just
Could you
Let's
tell?
go.
Could you tell
Yeah.
who was shot rock here, Jason?
I thought blue might have just
still
been, but
curl in nice.
it's
Oh,
hard
yeah.
to say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was good here.
Chris was just saying he missed
think
the line
similar
call.
weight.
You either wanted to
Wait, stuff in.
Yeah.
sweep it a little bit more and get a little
Yes.
chip off
Just
the
'cause
one of the
405,
blues,
yeah.
or
Okay.
curl it more
Gold.
and
To
be
sit on
more,
the other
yeah,
blue,
swim on
yeah.
the other blue. That's right. It was just in between. The pocket had a little bit of a stagger, so they had to not let it do that. Anyway,
So change of turn here.
90?
yeah, Shane
Yeah.
coming the other way,
Oh, then.
trying to sit
Line
on
looks
the
Coming
really,
down.
line
Hey,
looks
line's
really
close.
good.
Yep, yep.
So there's weight.
Back 4.
Whoa, whoa, room, room. Got a curl, got a curl. Oh,
Okay, that's fine.
Comes
Yeah.
right in.
So now there'll be no doubt it will be blue first and second shot.
oh, we got
Yeah,
back eight.
absolutely.
I mean,
Is there room to
either
get one
way's
in?
there, right?
Yeah, I think,
think
like
so.
the end.
You like the in?
Yeah.
Okay.
We know that the intern really curls hard at the end.
Yes.
There in some of theirs.
Even for Chris's last one, he was way out there and he over curled.
Yeah, the way the rocks are set up, the outturn is slightly more natural, but the intern, you've played it all end. You know the speed, you know the line.
T line back 4.
So I definitely stick with the intern.
Straight freeze.
All right, facing 2 right now. Without last rock, Catherine. They have a 1-0 lead. They scored one in the first.
It's still hanging out there now, so it'll depend on the weight.
I know.
Line's getting
The
better.
weight looks okay.
Yeah. And so his line is getting better also.
Curl.
Yeah.
Curl.
Chris trying to directionally sweep that over. It looks quite good. Off the blue, off the other blue, rolls up a little bit. Shot
What a great
stone.
shot.
Is that there?
It's for 1.
That's okay.
But you're going to kill ours. I'm pretty. Oh, shit. I moved this a little.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
Don't think it matters too much. That's the only way you can
I
score
think that's
1.
only, yeah, because even if like I can't tap that.
No, we can't touch that.
They're just looking at a way to
So
get in.
off of there and
They're looking at
Yeah.
coming off their blue,
Yeah, I think
Normal
so. I
or
think that's
firm?
there.
Firm.
whichever you're comfortable
but
with.
just for the 1 point.
I think it would just be for the 1. I think
look
the
good?
blue will
Yeah.
shoot to the left on your screen. It'll touch both the yellow and the other blue stone, leaving the blue right there on the button.
Looks like she's going to be throwing a lot of weight with that ice.
Yes, we've seen Lauren on our sheets, and she doesn't need a lot of ice for her hits. She has a nice positive release, which also helps keep it straight. But once you up the weight on this ice, we've also noticed that you can hold it quite straight as well. So here we go. Final stone second in. Lauren Wasylkiw. Shane Connings
Firm.
looking to make
No.
a play in off their own stone. I think she just set this out a little bit wide. She's going to hit the high side. The yellow stone doesn't move at all, and it's a steal of 1 for Chris and Catherine. Well, a good start for Chris and Catherine.
It is, but as we've seen in mixed doubles, a 2-point lead is not a big lead.
It's not comfortable at all.
No.
I've played a lot of mixed
No.
doubles, and you just don't feel like a 2-point lead is really a lead, especially when you don't have last rock.
We have seen some multiple scores in ends. I think the biggest this week was a 5-ender. 6 would be the maximum, but we saw at least 2 5-enders on other sheets. And some of our featured games, we've seen a 4 and then come right back with a 4. So in mixed doubles, it's really never over until it's mathematically impossible.
You got it.
Yeah, just not so many rocks to be thrown in an end, only 5. So it's quite easy to miss a couple of shots, and the opposition makes a couple, and all of a sudden you're in heaps of trouble, and you don't have many rocks to save the situation.
And in mixed doubles, when we're talking
we're
misses,
tapping.
we're talking just inches.
Yes.
Girl. Got a piece.
Catherine trying to draw down again. She's a little bit on the heavy side again. Taps it back, rolls open.
Sick.
Looks a little familiar from the last end.
Yeah, we're both, if anything, missing a little heavy
top
right
4.
now. So
Tough.
let's just bring
4 or
it
5.
down a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah, we just heard Chris and Catherine talking that, if anything, they're both missing just a little bit heavy.
4 or 5.
Okay. Yep. Where?
Top 8.
Okay, whoa for a sec. Whoa.
Top 4.
Outturn draw here.
Whoa.
T-line.
Line's good.
You
T.
can go, yep.
Don't want
Just
him.
top 4, just top
Go
4.
on.
Whoa.
Deep.
Whoa. Sit.
The weight is also there for this shot, maybe back 4, almost back 8 weight. In fact, it is back 8 weight, chips off the yellow. Yellow still shot stone.
Do you think the ice is any quicker, or just the teams are just pushing out a little too hard? Maybe a little bit of adrenaline going?
Yeah, I don't think the ice is quicker. We'll have to get a couple of split times on it to see if it's any different. But there is a difference in the finals compared to the games that you may have played in the round robin. You're the only
Yes.
sheet out there. It is a bit cooler because there's less
Yes.
bodies around. That can have an effect on the amount of curl on the ice and the speed of the
Line
ice.
looks good.
Top
Top
4.
4. Top 4.
Do you think
Line's
there's
good.
an advantage for Catherine and Chris,
True. How much?
seeing that they played the semifinals on this sheet
Okay,
just
freeze it on.
little under 2 hours ago?
I think there might be a little advantage. Certainly, if I had the choice, I definitely want to play on the sheet before I play on it again.
Especially they with the exact same rocks too.
Yes.
Better, but still
Now, I do
not.
believe in the finals they
Yeah.
could have chosen rocks from
Freeze?
other sheets as well.
That's okay.
But I think both teams chose the rocks from this sheet.
Opportunity back
Nice.
for the Blues.
Yes,
What's
both
that
teams
time
still a
out?
little
Lauren
bit
and
heavy.
Shane.
No, it's got to curl. Curl.
And it sounds like a bunch of their Unionville club mates back home are watching this game online at Title Sports.
Hard.
Hello to you all. And also congratulations to your club on your 100th anniversary this year.
Good sweep.
Very nice shot here.
Just on this a little.
Okay.
Nice.
Similar weight then?
Well, I mean, I can still probably take a little off.
Yeah. Cool.
Catherine and Chris are from the Ilderton Curling Club.
Have you curled at Ilderton before?
I have not. Oh, I might have. Is that way out in the middle of nowhere?
It is a little bit out there.
Would I have curled there if I was curling at the big London Spiel? Would they have taken us out there for back in the day? There used to be a big lady Spiel
Mm-hmm.
that used to be in London, and we had to go to a different club,
Yep, you had line early.
and that kind of rings a bell. Is that the same vicinity, or am I completely off base?
Yep.
My geography's not great. I'm trying to figure out whether I've played at Ilderton before, and I'm not 100% sure either.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Nice shot.
Nice shot.
Not opposed
The
to
yellow is
hitting.
shot, but
I
it's
like
it's
it.
not frozen
Like,
to the
we
blue,
could catch a bit of this blue,
so you can make a play on it.
I was thinking just go over top.
roll across the top
Pretty
and
thin,
peel
but
it out.
yeah.
This is just sitting here. That's fine though. Both
That's
blues
okay.
are gone.
Yeah.
But that one's still dead frozen. Yeah.
So they're
we gotta-
looking at
we gotta
hitting
get
the
rid of it,
yellow
so.
Yeah.
a little on the outside to go
That's
over the
super
top and
thin
maybe
to
clip
flash it across.
the other yellow on the way
Might
by.
even catch ours on the way.
Try to sit 2 after this
Try to
situation.
sit too.
I like trying it though.
I just
Okay.
had a look online. Ilderton Curling Club is a little bit north of London, so that might be the
I
club you
thi-
were at.
I think I
what
know where
can
I
we-
curled.
Firm.
Okay, there.
More. No, it's my intern. More.
There.
Yep. Looks good.
Okay.
Well, so folks are watching in Ilderton from that club. We say hello to you as well. Shane trying to play this hit. Catch the high side of the yellow, catch the other yellow, pushes it back, loses the shooter. I don't think he was ever intending to keep the shooter, actually. I think what he was trying to do is see if he could make the double, because there is another blue rock at the back of the 12, and so if he could unlock all those yellows, maybe
it's
that
just-
back
it's
blue
tough
could
to
come
put
into
this
play
somewhere
later.
where
I don't
it's
think
not
it's
just
going to be a factor now,
away.
that there's still 2 yellows in the back 8.
Yeah, even there, they can get on the other side. Yeah, just unlock this a little, so.
The blue is shot and it is frozen right up until the yellow. So they're just going to unlock it. So when the teams say they're going to unlock it, what does that mean, Jason?
Yeah, that means just moving the rocks around so that the opponent's rock is no longer frozen to another stone. When you can unfreeze the rock, then you might be able to move it out on your next shot. It's a setup shot. You do have to be a little bit careful when they unlock the stone. It could also expose your yellow stones as well, depending on where you leave the shooter.
Yeah, line. Yep, how much weight?
Little tap.
Yep. Yep. Yes. Hard. Hard right to it. Yep. Yep.
Catherine
Yep.
is sweeping this all the way from start to finish.
Yeah, losing the line a bit, does unlock it, but rolls off. Sits shot stone back of the 4.
Yeah, we'll be 2 if we tap it into that one.
It,
Just a little tight.
But if
And
we,
they'll
if we
still
do
be
that,
Farther
though,
than
they'll
we
be,
had been.
no, I think we got to be top button.
I think, yeah.
Didn't quite get there.
A little bit on the side.
Yeah.
yeah, they were looking at coming
They can
down
go
to
back
this
to it,
yellow
they'll
one,
get
but the problem with that, Jason, I think,
That
is
no
if they
good.
do come
this
down
way,
to it,
sorry?
that's leaving a pocket open for Catherine to come and make a better shot. So I think they've called that they just want to come around and be top
Yeah, 'cause
button.
we want to be
I think that's really smart.
quarter open,
Yeah.
half open even.
The only other
Yeah.
play I could see is maybe trying to make a double off of the back yellows. Try to stick around on the side of the 8. Maybe sit first, second, and fourth shot. Leave 1 yellow in there. But I like this call as well.
There we
Yeah.
go. 409.
Yep. How's the weight?
Weight's okay.
Make her close. Take a
We're
look.
top 4.
Line's great.
Lauren's saying that
Wait, top
it's
button.
top 4.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, gotta sit. Gotta sit.
Sorry.
Gotta sit. Sit.
Stop. Okay.
Slides to the back of the button, a hair too deep.
Sorry, great throw. That's my bad.
And who says curling isn't a game of inches?
Yeah, that shot, if it was about a foot higher, 12 inches higher, it would be perfect. Right now, it's kind of not great.
We haven't done that yet.
That was just a little bit of sweeping error, I think,
Shorter.
because Lauren did sweep it a good part of the way.
Yeah, she thought the weight was looking pretty good.
But as we were talking in previous broadcasts, mixed doubles is tough because you're the only sweeper, and in regular play, there's two of you, so you can feed off of each other and where the rock is actually going to end up. So when you're sweeping alone, it's all on you.
It is all on
I
you.
don't think it's bad.
The
And
other
a
thing-
difference of 6 inches is really tough to
Little
judge.
tap.
Gotta move.
Well, this is Liscumb's last stone for this end. This
They
rock
were
needs to
sweeping,
curl over.
yeah, they were sweeping to make it curl.
May not quite get up enough for shot stone. No, it doesn't. It is one for blue.
weight.
And there'll be space to get another one right onto the pin for 2 points,
2
perhaps.
You can come either way.
I threw my draw this way.
Pardon?
I threw my draw this way.
Yep.
So an out turn draw right to the pin
So 405
for
to
2
410.
points.
Is your
Same
405?
This is the last
403
rock in the
was
third
854.
end.
Yeah, I gave it a bit though.
Yeah, that's true.
Lauren Wasylkiw just settling down in the hack.
Opportunity to tie the game here.
95, all there.
Okay, didn't do anything to it.
Back 8.
Stay close. Stay close. Okay,
Line's
it's moving
good.
now. Careful though. You can
Wait.
go a bit. Straight.
Can't
Line's
touch it.
good if we're there.
It's
Careful.
got some
careful,
backing to
careful.
work with. Can't bump it too far though. Just off the
Good
low,
shot.
off
Beautiful shot.
the blue, and it is 2 blue. And we've got a tie game after 3.
Well, we expected nothing less from these two teams. They're well deserving to be in the final.
They've played well over the past 3 days. Either would be a great representative of Ontario at the national championships. 3-3 tie. We do play 8 ends, of course, and an extra end if required.
How are we doing for time, Jason?
Yeah, having a quick peek at the time clocks. Both teams have about 14 minutes left on the clock, so they're making good time here over the first half of the game. Neither team has used a timeout, so they each have both of them available to use.
So when we started out on Friday morning, there was 24 teams, 4 pools of 6. The top 2 advanced to the quarterfinals. The winners of those advanced to the semifinals,
95 again.
and the 2 winner of the
Okay, a little
semifinals
wider,
are
Wolf.
right here.
Pretty wide.
Back 8.
Yeah, it's really wide right now. Try. No.
Trying.
She has a lot of rotation on this rock also.
Back 8.
A lot of rotation will make the rock a little straighter.
Yeah, and that one just slips by, maybe a hair heavy as well. The weight wasn't too bad.
Something we haven't talked about, and we won't until it's used, is a power play. So that is an advantage that can be used once in a game per team.
Yes, and
like a
what
lot to
a
me.
power play is it allows the team with hammer to move the center guard to a corner guard.
Line.
And as a consequence, the
Probably,
rock that is in the house also moves behind the corner guard. And as we know, a team with hammer in regular curling, corner guards are useful to scoring multiple points. It's the same thing in mixed doubles. Moving things to the corner generates more
that
offense.
one we
It
got
also
covered,
makes it
Krill.
easier to score your 1 point at the end of the end because you've left the middle open.
Freeze to it.
We typically will see that being played in the second half of the game.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I don't think we've seen it played at all before the end of the fourth end.
No, not
nice,
this
though.
week. We haven't
Okay.
seen that used early,
T-line back 4.
and that is
I'm
quite
good.
typical.
Back 4.
Yep, yep.
You really would only use it early in the game if you start falling down quite a few points, and you really need to get a few points back to kind of shift the momentum.
Bounce. Watch that bouncing off.
Okay.
Nice shot here. A little rub on the yellow.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. Back 4.
If we are tied after 8 ends, there will be a full extra end. But the power, if they have not used the power play, there's no power play allowed in the extra end.
That's right. So you can't save your power play for an extra end. You either use it or lose it. And I just got a message from Stephanie Thompson. She says she is watching from the passenger seat car on her drive back to Unionville.
Please drive carefully.
Yeah, just make sure Matt isn't watching as well. He's got to focus on the road.
That's where the yellows.
Back 4.
This looks a little heavy.
Close. Whoa,
It is starting to curl.
whoa. Switch. And go. Yep. On that blue.
Taps the blue back. Yellow sitting shot stone.
I think if I blast this, might be able to spin up enough or no?
I also know that we've gotten some viewers from outside of
think
Ontario and outside of Canada as well.
Do you like
I was looking on Twitter and there
Tapping and
seemed to be
rolling?
some viewers
Sure.
out from the United States near the
like
Chicago
that
This
area.
one back, yeah.
And some of my
Unlock
the
the
Hong Kong
yellow.
curlers back in
Similar
Hong
sort of
Kong
shot.
Similar
have
weight?
picked up the feed and
Oh.
are watching there
Couple
too.
people.
Welcome
So
to our broadcast.
Okay.
What time would it be in Hong Kong?
pretty early in the morning, about I think 6:30 a.m. right now.
Ooh, you have a lot of fans.
I don't think they're my fans. I think they're just fans of curling because you don't get much curling on television in Hong Kong.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
any chance they can get, they'll take the opportunity to watch and also learn the game.
So you've played a lot of mixed doubles, Jason. How popular has
Okay,
this
though.
sport
Back
become,
tight?
and
Tight.
since when?
Yep.
Back.
Yeah, I think mixed doubles
Back
got really
up!
popular,
Yep.
especially after the
Back
Olympic
in!
Games
Whoa.
or when it was announced that it was
Yep,
going
yep.
to be in the last Olympic
Hard
Games in
sport.
Korea. And of course, John Morris and Caitlin Laws proudly wearing the maple leaf got us that first gold medal ever
Yeah.
in mixed doubles Olympic play. And the popularity of the sport has grown and grown. These mixed doubles provincial championships, 24 teams are now allowed into it because there's so many mixed double teams in Ontario trying to play down. And our national championships, it's a 32-team field.
That's a lot of teams. Well, back on our feature game, Shane just made a really nice shot. Came off of the yellow and is pretty much frozen to the yellow, so it'll be hard to remove.
Yeah, great shot by Shane.
I was just wondering if we had ever, if we ever threw weight, if anything good ever happens for us.
Okay.
And I don't think it does.
I think that's a good conclusion that Chris has made, that I don't think throwing weight will help you at all here. I think if you could just freeze on top and try to
Similar weight.
maybe tap things back a little bit, that might be your best play right now. Try to leave your shooter in the top of the rings, top of the forefoot.
Weight looks good.
Okay, room right now. A little farther out.
We have seen them finish really hard
girl.
here. Once
Girl.
they hit the hog line.
Curl, gotta get to as close to nose as we can.
It is starting to walk over now. Just on the high side, pushes the blue back, opens up the button area. Blue still shot stone, but yellow is second, third, and fourth.
Yeah.
Same sort of shot?
Sure.
Okay.
So they're going to come down and do the exact same thing.
Little tap and
Careful
roll
weight.
into the middle.
Exactly.
Farther out.
You could also play the in-turn draw right into the pocket. I think they've decided to play this little tap and roll because I think they'd like to
Wondering
move
if
some of
you
those
play
yellow
weight,
stones
but-
further back.
There's a lot of yellow in there.
We need to.
Flopping to the center line is the most important.
Yeah.
You've got to be careful
So
not to
same weight,
overthrow this
85?
rock. You've got to come to the inside. If you're on the outside and roll away, it's not very good. The yellow rocks are going to just squirt closer to the middle.
He just threw this, so he should know the line and probably should know the weight.
Same. Looks
Mine's
similar.
close. Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
Same weight.
Yep.
Ten
Yep.
more.
Hard. Whoa. Whoa. Curl.
Needs to
Hard
curl up
curl.
a hair.
Hard.
Gets the inside roll. Nice.
Sweet.
Blue sitting
Very
two again.
nice. Two really nice shots back to back from Shane. Well, even though this is his first final,
well,
it doesn't show. The
I was
nerves are
one
not
of
showing.
those
He's been curling really, really well.
They're probably still going to be shown.
Might be
It's
Lauren's
probably-
influence.
It's that, or we
They've
just
curled
try
together
that
for
again.
3
Try
years
and
in
get
mixed
on
doubles
this side
now.
of nose and just bounce it to here somewhere.
I think a lot of the
It's
favorite
just tough because we're
teams
probably
that came
leaving
in,
sitting two.
Yeah.
previous winners, for instance,
I don't
last year's winner,
hate this,
the
and at
Tucks.
least have second.
The
there's-
Cottrells.
Sort of decent
Yes, there's
spot.
been a couple of teams that were, I think a lot of people were expecting to make
maybe if
the
we get
quarterfinals
lucky,
or
we
the
get
semifinals, and they
Or
didn't.
Yeah, we have
Like,
three
we
former
straight
champions
across,
in
we
the
might be
field.
shocked.
Cottrell and Cottrell,
Okay.
Tuck and Tuck, Westland Stewart and Stewart. None of them were in the semifinal.
Wait.
firm.
Is that a little surprising to you,
I
Jason?
think a little bit surprising, for sure. Especially Tuck and Cottrell and Cottrell. They spend so much time playing mixed doubles during the course of the season. I know the Cottrells have played 10 or 12 spiels this year.
But as you were mentioning in previous broadcasts, they will still be able to attend the Nationals just virtue of their points.
That's right. The Canadian mixed doubles ranking points. Going into this week, Cottrell and Cottrell was ranked number 9 in Canada. Tuck and Tuck number 6.
Well down.
Yep.
So they will get
Yep.
invites for sure
Whoa. Yeah.
to the national
Yes.
championships, and I'm
Hard.
sure they will
Hard.
accept those invitations.
Trying the in off here.
Catches it a hair thin, I think. I think they were looking for a bit thicker.
We're still shot.
Is Blue
Yeah.
still
Not
shot?
the only
It
way to
might
get out
be,
of
yes.
this
Yes, it
is
is.
this way.
Blue's in a great
Right.
spot right now
So
still.
guard.
Guard.
Anywhere along this line.
Okay.
Okay.
Because we can't get two, so
No.
We can risk-free rock now, right? So that yellow's never going anywhere.
A shout out to our camera crew who
Yeah.
has
Well,
always
if we're-
seems to
if you
zoom
tuck
in
just
at
a
the right
piece?
time
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Yeah.
show us the angles.
Okay. It'll probably.
Well, the
you
TSL
don't even
crew
have to tuck a piece if you can,
behind the
like, be edge on
scenes
edge with it.
is really what makes this magic happen.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
can't run it the correct
Makes
way.
us look good, of course, but makes the curlers look even better.
So edge of 8.
Yeah. 4:15.
Yep.
It's a nice partnership with Curl On and TSL.
Yeah, I think it's the 4th year of the partnership, if I'm not mistaken.
4:12.
And still,
So this
fine.
is Lauren's
Line will be fine.
last
Go a bit
rock
early.
in the fourth end.
looking for a guard, I
Where?
think.
I don't
Tight.
think you need to curl it.
Tight.
No.
Get a piece tucked.
Yeah.
Tight.
Okay. Yeah, a little bit then.
Try to get a little piece
Whoa.
behind
Beauty.
Nice
the
job.
Great
blue
throw.
guard.
Very nice.
That takes away the straight run
I
back.
don't know if you could, probably can't see enough of that.
No.
Okay. Blue across the face and
Really good.
Nice judge.
Blue still sitting shot
I'll
rock.
Take a look at what it is. It's real tough. But
They're going to play the double run back right into the pile. What they're saying is this is a risk-free run back, meaning they can't do any damage, they don't think.
They don't think it's always iffy when you're running back your own color, the other color.
Yes, but I think their second shot stone in the back of the button isn't
Yeah,
going to
and
go
it's pretty-
anywhere.
yeah.
It looks
real
locked
tough to
in,
get it
so
going back, but just give it a go.
they don't really see any other shot. So if they think it's risk-free, might be hard, just give it a go. Last stone, fourth end, Catherine Liscumb trying to hit this relatively
I
thin.
think it's close to what they're
Might
where
be
they
a bit
want to
too
hit it.
thin, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, over the top. Needed to hit maybe
Yeah.
maybe a 2/5 of that rock to get it to squirt back into the other guard, but it is one blue.
Let's find
And
out
after
quick-
Deal of
4
one.
ends of
Yeah,
play,
that's fine.
Wasylkiw and Connings leading 3-2 in a very tight final for the Ontario Mixed Doubles Championship.
This is after the fourth end, and the players do get an optional 3-minute break.
Yeah, so we'll see if the teams take the break. They might
Yeah.
they might do so. It doesn't seem like they're in a hurry to get the next end set up.
Goodness.
We know that a lot of the provincial championships for mixed doubles have taken place in recent weeks, and some of them are happening.
A lot are happening this
Right
weekend as
now?
well.
I was having a look to see who's already made the field. Out of Manitoba, it'll be Kristen Karwacki and Derek Samagalski. Derek Samagalski, of course, plays with Reed Carruthers and Mike McEwen, front ender.
Okay.
In Quebec,
In Quebec, we have Laurie St. Georges and Felix Asselin are coming out. And again, that's a good team. Laurie St. Georges was runner-up in the Canadian junior final. She won the silver medal, I believe it was last year. And Felix Asselin represented Quebec at the Brier last year. So a good pair coming out of there.
another name that folks might recognize is from Newfoundland and Labrador, Mackenzie Mitchell and Greg Smith. Greg Smith played in the Brier the year that Gushu was Team Canada. It was
That's
Greg
right.
Smith.
That's right. I
Smithing.
remember
Very
him.
popular.
Yes, he was very
So
popular.
he'll be at the mixed doubles as well.
And we should mention that Brad Gushu this year played with his daughter
Lost
in
the final.
Yes, in the provincials. How exciting is that? I believe she's only 14.
Yes.
So that was kind of exciting for her to, first of all, play with her dad, and second of all, to make it as far as a provincial final. She has a nice career coming up.
Out of Northern Ontario, Brian and Trevor Bonneau. Trevor Bonneau, a
this
Canadian
being a
mixed
doubles
curling
game,
champion and
Yes.
a world mixed silver medalist.
Just junk. and
Won that
no way to
silver
get
medal
locked
in
there.
Yeah.
2017.
The back forefoot.
Did he win a junior
He
find
might
out.
have.
back in the day
He
also?
might have
Got
as
back eight,
well.
back four
I
nails.
think so.
A very accomplished curler from Northern Ontario.
These mixed doubles have come a long way.
Other way.
Oh, right.
And then there are the teams that have automatically qualified.
Back to our feature game. They're just having a little chuckle.
Chris was playing along.
They made a mistake on which color.
It was suggestive.
Who has hammer? Liscumb has the hammer. They should get the rock in the back of the forefoots. Wasylkiw and Connings tried to pull a fast one. Wasn't successful.
It was actually Lauren that called them out on it. So we're underway in the fifth end, second half of our final.
90,
Well,
back 8. Did you take any off?
you've played in a number of provincial finals before.
I have. I've actually played in 15 of them.
15 finals. How many did you win?
I won 7.
So a pretty good record, almost even.
Almost even.
You
I
wish
was
you won a couple more.
Yeah, I was trying to
Yep.
increase my record 2 weeks ago at the Quebec
Nice sweep.
ladies senior finals, and I came up a little short in the final.
Well, a good run nonetheless. But do you find that, maybe in a final game of a championship, in the first 4
Good
ends,
sweep, sorry.
it's a little bit more
Yeah,
relaxed still?
I'm
Yes,
not
there's
sure.
tension at the start, but you kind of settle in. But then in the second half of the game, the pressure really ramps up. You're
Well,
really
what-
starting to feel that.
Absolutely. And what these players have to do is they have to just take this game as a regular, not quite a house league game, but let's say a Bonspiel game that you want to win the A final, but you don't want to put too much pressure on yourselves. So if they can just settle down and just play their rocks the way that they normally can play,
Pretty good.
I think we're in for a great second half.
Corner freeze this way.
Well, that's a good start. First couple of rocks in this end. Nice little draw tap on the first stone by
We don't need to
by
move.
Lauren,
Okay.
and then a nice
time in this spot.
draw freeze on top by Catherine. So let's see if the boys can follow it up with 2 good shots as well.
412.
Sometimes in some of the provincial
Yeah, line's
finals,
good.
they
Wait
put
on
the
it.
hardware out on the
Very
ice.
nice. Top
And
four.
that sometimes is tough to play because it's always in the corner of your eye. You see the trophy, you see the hearts, and just rubbed on the guard. So here at the Brockville, they have a championship table set up here. So it's on the inside, which I think is
Yep.
easier on the players because it's not a constant reminder that they
They
are,
got,
are
like,
in a
the
provincial
in
final.
again.
Yeah, you certainly see
Okay.
the Scotties trophy and the Brier trophy on the ice right beside you. They even paraded in with the
They
RCMP
do.
officers, so it's really
They do.
noticeable.
You can't help but notice it.
Yeah.
Well, I think those coveted trophies do require some RCMP protection.
Like a line.
On a go.
Okay. Yep, straight
Copy.
two.
Size like
Yep. Go on.
Oh, it's
So this is really curling.
Going after the guys.
They were just saying this is dying right
Yeah, I
now.
think the weight has just come down here and
Wow.
over curls, crashes on the guard.
Like trying to play a little tap now.
Yellow
Yeah.
is shot stone right now.
Do you think we can get through
I
there?
think to get through that hole, I have to play it with the tap weight anyways.
Yeah.
time slow, but
Okay.
not that slow.
It is open here, though.
I like trying to get
I
through
think
that
the yellow
too.
is available.
back line.
Yeah.
Been like
You threw it really
four
good.
back eight on
Yeah.
everything.
Like 90?
Sure. Yeah, that's good back line.
So just backline weight at this. Try to get through the hole.
Definitely there.
85.
Whoa.
Weight's nice.
No. Curl.
Weight's good.
No.
The weight's close, but it's got a curl.
Lauren trying to make a curl. I don't think it's going to curl enough. Chips off the outside guard. Rolls
Okay.
away. Guards the other side now.
Yeah, I think weight was close. So either he took too much ice,
So you like,
or
think we
you had to
still
throw a little
just
bit less
draw,
weight
right?
at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe just set it out a little bit too much.
Yeah, too much weight.
It's hard for us to judge with an imaginary broom.
No. Like even sweeping it.
Yeah, that's the preference for these teams, is to throw at an imaginary
I'll
broom.
make sure like this part off the outside of the
Another one of the reasons why mixed doubles is actually a little bit harder than regular four-person curling.
But we have seen some teams who have decided, like as you were mentioning, your mixed team prefers to have someone hold the broom and then the thrower of the rock jumps up and sweeps it.
Yeah, I certainly prefer having the broom being held. Helps me focus on the line. Still miss it half the time, but
Well, some of these teams will use the imaginary broom, and when it comes down to a crucial shot on the last or second to last rock, they will hold the broom.
back four.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, need to get a piece of that blue. Yep. Hard. Hard, 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 hard.
Chris Liscumb trying to touch the other blue, knowing it's a little heavy, spills off of it. They do sit shot in
Yeah.
second, but now
I think
the
it's just down
positioning's
weight,
not as
though.
good. They're behind the
Okay.
tee,
Do
leaving
you
a
want me
bit
to
of a
hold the broom
pocket.
I think they left that
I'd like to.
plan B
Okay.
option just a little too late.
Control?
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
I mean,
This
they
way?
recognized it was heavy,
Yeah.
needed some help,
Where do you
but
want
On
the
the
broom?
kind of the inside
couldn't
edge of
quite
the
get
blue.
it.
No, like here.
Another difference in
control.
mixed
Okay.
curling, Jason, and we have not seen that this week, is what happens if you blank an end.
Yes. And in mixed doubles, you don't try to blank any ends, because if you blank an end, you just automatically lose last stone advantage.
Different apart.
That is a huge difference from regular play.
That's right. Regular play, especially if you're ahead, you'd love blanking ends.
That coveted blank end, hammer coming home. a lot
soft.
of weight at this.
Okay, that's
Not
good.
quite control.
No, not yet.
Trying to get through
Curl.
the stagger.
Still on our, yeah, try it. Still on our blue.
Trying to move over and just keep the
Get it.
blue. Catches the yellow on the way by. Got a little bit lucky there. Shooter spins up to the side of the 8-foot.
For a third shot.
Yellow still shot stone though.
We should go one.
Yep.
So that was what? Back 12?
Yeah. Back eight, back 12.
Ooh, it was pretty close there. I forgot to stop it, but it looked good.
How are we doing for time, Jason?
I'm having a quick look at the time clocks. I can see it on the screen. 8 minutes 42 seconds for Liscumb's. 9:24 for Wasylkiw and Connings. So not too bad.
No timeouts have been used by either team yet, so they both have their 2 90-second
go?
timeouts
Okay,
left.
hold
We often don't see the timeouts used until the
wait.
last couple of ends, when the time starts to get a little lower and the decisions start to be a little bigger
Yeah.
or a little more crucial.
If the players had coaches here, the coach would be allowed to come out to confer with the team during a timeout. There were a couple teams with coaches here. Most of them don't have coaches here at these provincials. Big sweep. They got it to the top four. Not quite to second shot. They're sitting 1 and 3 right now, the Liscumbs.
But it's in a good spot.
Definitely easy to just tap it up a hair for shot rock or second shot. Final couple of stones coming up this end. Liscumb do have a nice looking end set up here.
Right.
You can see there's really no outturn draw.
So they're
ever
looking
did
at
do
just
this, it's
hitting
not
this
the end of the world,
yellow
'cause
one,
we're just right
just
here.
enough to tap it back
Oh, yeah.
and leaving their
behind
shooter
gate.
there to make the intern
mind
draw a
trying
little
just
more
to tap
difficult
it.
for Catherine.
Do that or kind of sit cornered on it.
Do you think there's any
Yeah,
way
I
you
just
can
wouldn't want to tap them in.
Yeah.
get
I like-
enough
I like
curl to
throwing a
make a
heavy
soft double?
Yeah,
Kind of back 12.
like same weight I've been throwing.
Kind of
Yeah.
playing it like a hack weight double.
You want me to sweep?
Could be a little
Yeah.
dangerous though.
Yeah, I don't
Actually,
know.
no. Hold the broom, I'll sweep.
Okay.
We know there is curl on this intern.
Yeah,
feel
so
like that,
we heard them say they're just going to play back line weight.
Okay.
Think a
Just
bit
enough to
more.
push it back.
Like if I'm throwing the same weight that I've been throwing for my draws.
Yeah.
Just enough
I
to
think
push
it's a
it
little
through the
straighter when
rings.
you're
Yeah, I agree. Draw
Doing
less?
this.
Yeah.
She wants to keep her shooter around to make the draw a little bit more difficult for Catherine. Last stone here for Lauren
Wait's close.
Wasylkiw.
where?
Back 12.
No.
Back line.
No. Not a curl.
Starting to curl now. Lauren trying to
Really
help
gotta
it
go
over.
hard.
It's going to catch a piece. Enough to push it out? Yes.
Yep. Right over.
The shooter didn't stick around.
They did get it out. I think that was objective number one. They didn't want to jam it for sure.
So there is a draw. Two
Shoot, sorry.
has to touch the button for two.
I just was thinking, give tight ice because we're thinking top, not draw.
Yeah.
We'll always
All right, you got it.
think people always get it.
Last stone, fifth end. On its way from Catherine Liscumb. Draw to the button
Okay,
for
we're
two.
close.
Got room?
I think we're a little bump.
Mine's getting better.
Still got to curl in a little bit more.
I think it's a hair heavy. It's going to bump the yellow onto the other blue. Everything sits down though. It is 2 points.
Nice rock.
Chris and Catherine Liscumb, they come back with two in the fifth end, and they now go back into the lead.
Lauren,
4-3. It's been back and forth so far, Catherine.
do you like power play here?
It has.
Sure.
Power play?
Yes, it sounds like it. End number
Power
6.
play the side.
Yeah.
Connings and Wasylkiw, they're going to play the power play.
Once again, the two men put up the wrong colors.
It is a long day.
Yes, it has been a long day for these players.
Well, I was-
3 games for the Liscumbs and 4 games for Wasylkiw and Connings.
Well, I was going to say, that's what happens when you have the men do the housework. It never turns out right.
Yes. I had to apologize to Lauren. I had been mispronouncing her name. But I think I've got it down pat now that it's the final game.
It's a work in progress still for me, I think. We heard it's Ukrainian in origin.
I'm trying to just stick with Lauren now.
Good plan. It's better than forgetting their name completely, right, Catherine?
That's right.
Okay.
Trying to play a guard here. Didn't quite get out to the broom, I don't think. Over curls
I
the
think-
hair.
Yeah, I think they were trying to play the come around.
I can even go around that.
Yeah, maybe the come around.
Can you
Yes.
pull that one back a little?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so Chris is just asking
'Cause it
Catherine
really
if
curled
if
too,
she
eh?
pulled it back a
Yeah.
little bit because it curled a lot and the weight came off of it.
So 2 corner guards now.
95.
I think Lauren's going to try to just
95.
draw around
Stay
the
close.
wide
The far-
corner.
yeah.
A little
Yes.
bit, yep.
Put 2 behind the same
Yeah.
guard.
Yeah, where?
All
Hard
there.
line.
All there.
Okay, whoa, off.
They're through the port.
Back 8.
It's
Whoa.
a hair heavy. It's going to chip. No, it'll go right by. Oh, a little chip. It's got to settle down, though. Needs to stay around to be useful. And it does, maybe.
It does. It stays in play. I
Are
don't
they
know
in?
if it's in the house.
No.
No, it's,
Okay, I think I like around ours.
we just heard Catherine say it slipped through the rings.
Yeah, a bit of a mistake there. Added a little bit extra. They did sweep it a little early because of line.
But as we've been saying, this wild card, not wild card, sorry, this power play, the ice is a little tricky because it's a new spot of the ice that you haven't played on the whole game.
Yeah, very, very tricky.
So it's hard to know the curl and it's hard to know the
Stay
weight.
close.
All weekend we've seen a lot of teams be tricked on this.
Back 4.
No.
This
Back
one looks a
eight.
Looks a
little,
little bit more than back 4 to
yeah,
me.
a little warm.
Might be close to slipping out as well.
Wow.
And is that one in or not?
Yeah, I think it's not over the back line. So I don't think it's in the house, but
What's that?
it's still in play.
That or no?
Yeah.
I think we do that still.
We go there, they go here. Then what do we do?
Run.
Both teams have the exact same amount of time.
About 7.5 minutes left. Not too bad
Peel?
with 2 timeouts left.
No, we never peel.
No, I mean if they draw behind, then we peel.
What do you like here, Catherine? They're talking about the same draw behind that corner guard, right on top of the blue stones that's already there. The other option is to draw around that off-center guard, that's pretty much a corner guard, to the 4-foot area.
Yeah, I think either one of them is a good call, but you got to make it. Like, you got to be completely buried. If you're out in the open, that'll give the Liscumbs an opportunity to hit and roll behind one of the guards.
No.
So they were talking, the Liscumbs were talking if this is made, maybe just to peel the guard on their next shot.
Wait's nice. 405.
This looks like
Maybe
more
T-line.
line.
Back 4.
Whoa.
T-line.
No.
Wait's nice.
No.
Top 4. Coming
Yep.
down.
Line looks good.
Switch.
Weight looks good as well.
Yeah.
No bounce.
We're not.
No bounce.
Lauren now sweeping for extra curl, extra distance, trying to finish it. This looks excellent.
Very nice shot.
Good.
Good judge. Good throw by Shane.
Like it's either we're
There.
there or we're trying to just sort of chase with this.
He's really made some nice shots this game.
Yes.
I don't know. I feel like this is hard to get anything out though, right?
I like this. Just do it.
I don't think it's still
So I think they've elected to come around their corner guard, the one that was thrown.
Try to throw shot stone.
By
or try to set
Catherine.
shot stone,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, there's, I mean, you can try to run a guard in. I mean, that's okay, but if you miss it, you're pretty much conceding at least 2 points, maybe 3 even.
Yeah.
Going around your own is a little bit more aggressive as well because you're not going to make a play on those blue ones. But it is a little bit easier than the run back, I think. Lauren did anticipate this, thinking that the Liscumbs would come around their own guard.
Okay, you can go.
And then Lauren was saying if they
Room.
make
Take
it
a look.
perfect, they'll play the run.
Line's not bad.
A lot of
Line
line
is
right
very
now,
good.
but I think it
How
will
much?
come over.
It will come over. Look at
Hold
it.
on. Line's nice.
It's getting very good now. It might even over curl. Depends on
Up
the way.
4.
Looks really good.
Oh.
Don't want to peek out the other side. Almost perfect.
Wow, we got an almost perfect from you.
They always need something to work on. Can't be too perfect.
Well, this one is
So you're
almost
hitting it
perfect. You were
high?
right.
Yeah, high side. Has to be high side, otherwise it goes into ours.
Yeah.
Gonna try the run back here.
Yeah, I think so.
You like that ice?
Should be close.
Okay.
They do have hammer.
Yep, opening up is a good idea as well. They'd really like to get a couple of points with your power play. That's the purpose of your power play if you're using it for offensive mechanism, is to get at least 2 points.
Oh. A little bit. No, you're okay. Sorry.
Just shoots it
Very
past.
close, yeah,
Yeah, just
very
need to
close.
throw up a hair more. Now what do you do?
Like I'm just
I think
wondering if
I
we
think
ever
Lauren
just
thought
try-
that she had it. So
Yeah, it was very close.
yeah.
Like it's just that's a really hard guard to have to make twice exactly.
Yeah.
If we just roll one into here, we'll
Yeah. Okay.
just pop that over there.
Let's do it.
Do you agree with this call, Jason? They're kind of trying to call the split here.
Yeah, I do like this call. as they were saying, Chris said it's hard to put that guard up perfectly twice in a row.
Yes, we've been saying that all weekend. Guards on this ice, since there's such a good curl on it, is one of the toughest shots.
And if you get the split on the high side, on the right-hand side of the yellow stone, you're just going to roll into the other blue stones.
A tricky shot, though, because you can leave a double.
You can leave a double, but if you roll far enough, if you can roll right to the blue ones, it'll be a very difficult double. So I like this call here.
Yeah, line.
Back 8.
How much?
Back 8. Back 12.
This is going to over curl.
Whoa, we're
It's
over.
starting to over curl already. I think they got to hope that it
Yep.
curls a bit more and maybe
Come right on.
Yes.
onto the blue stones.
Yes.
It looks like it may have even picked.
whoa,
This
whoa.
over curled by so much.
It does cut the blues
That
down.
was a bad throw.
Oh, no, we just heard confirmation from Chris that it was just a bad throw.
Same sort
And
of
it just
throw.
Yeah.
rolled his wrist over.
It kind of looked like that because it started to curl right out of his hand.
I do think the double is there, though. Didn't leave it in the best spot.
This way?
Opportunity to set 3 after this shot.
Similar weight?
Same.
You'll
Okay.
have a double.
Firm.
too.
Shane Connings.
Looking for a
Yep.
double.
Yep. Hard. Hard. Hard, hard, hard.
Just
Close.
close.
Good call.
The 2 yellows squirt out. All
Great
3
shots.
blue stones stay in.
Very nice shot.
For any other turn. I said this
Or-
way when you went down, and then I was like confused. I know, but
What do you like here?
I like
Do you like
What do
trying
you
to
like best?
trying to make the double? But if you make the double, you're going to roll into the open and you'll be giving up a 2. And if you try the hit and roll on the inside, if you roll too far, you'll be giving up a 3.
Yeah,
My
it's
thought
a
is
tricky
to just do
decision.
this.
Yep.
You like that?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't mind either. I
turn
think
you
you're pretty happy to give up 2 right now,
Okay.
given the situation you were in. And of course, you are up by 1. So giving up 2, you're only down by 1. You've got
half
last
is
rock in 7. You've still
pretty
got your
good.
power
Take
play
half.
left.
Yes, I would. I would anticipate if Blue does score this end that the Liscumbs will be using their power play in the 7th end.
If you could sit shot rock with the little hit and roll, I might think about the hit and roll. But it doesn't look like you can sit shot rock. You might only still be second shot.
Yes.
Where are you taking for ice?
What?
Where are you taking for ice?
Just off the.
So here we have the last rock for Catherine Liscumb. We have one more blue rock coming.
Yep.
Looks like it's curling out of her hand as well.
We're over curling.
I don't think the double's on.
Oh!
They're going to try to play the roll now. There's the hit. There's the little roll.
Okay.
Okay, that's not bad.
fine
It's not
too.
a bad shot.
Yeah, I think that will prevent a 3 being scored. I think it'll be a draw for 2 for sure.
I think so. Nice shot.
Good
Okay,
heads-up
good
call.
throw.
It's curling early out of her release.
You gotta consciously time.
What's that?
okay.
Okay. Yeah.
4 or 5.
We
Which
still
turn are
got
you
2
throwing?
timeouts. Yeah.
I think they're happy with that.
Yeah.
Because even if they would have made the double, they would have rolled into the open, and that would have given Lauren a chance just for a hit and stick for 2. So I think they'll be happy giving them only 2.
Back here.
So an open draw has to bite the 8 foot
4.
Might have pulled back a little bit.
for 2 points.
We're fine. We're fine. We're fine.
Just keep it.
They look pretty happy. Lauren was a bit worried when she released it that she may have pulled back.
Oh, they're going hard now. Did they wait too long? No, never a doubt.
Never in doubt.
2 blues.
Shane may have taken it a little bit more casually than he should have, but he knew. And after 6 ends,
Good end.
the lead has flipped once again. Wasylkiw and Connings now up by 1, 5-4. What a game.
What an exciting final. We expected to have a really good, close game. Both teams are well deserving of being in this final.
Oh, yeah. They've played very well all week. The Liscumbs, they've been very consistent right through. They've ran through the playoffs pretty easily so far. They've seemed to have met their match in this final.
We didn't feature them as one of our games until the semifinals, so I really didn't know them all that well. You've known them from previous years.
Yes.
Yeah.
But this is my first time commentating for the mixed doubles, and I'm quite impressed with them. So as we had called it, the power play has been called by the Liscumbs.
What was it?
4-10.
Okay, give it a little bit.
Yes, so
So
they're
an
going to
exciting
Fine.
seventh end.
they're going to be looking to
over
score
Chrome it.
multiples here to retake the lead.
Make sure we're just tight.
Lauren
Yeah.
Wasylkiw
Just tight.
going to play a tight center guard.
Careful. We're over curling, but
Split the rings.
Great toe.
nice judge.
And that's a nice tight center guard.
It is. So they decided to split the rings,
I don't want to touch it.
That was the call.
which is a good idea because we know that it can't be hit.
Yeah, this is one of the ways where you can
coming
score
around.
multiple. Just keep the rocks apart.
Sweep that if
You're
you
going to be able to throw a third one into the rings before they can start to
Sweep it if
hit.
it's heavy.
But this one needs to stop first. It's still going at a pretty quick clip as it enters the house. Will it stop at the back? Lauren jumping back to sweep it. It seemed to have just grinded to a halt after it hit the tee line.
That's multitasking.
Which way do you like coming?
Well, now what do? Do you try to freeze onto one of those yellow stones or come around the center?
Weren't picking up what I was putting down there.
No.
I
knew it was
think
back, but like,
they put the center guard up for a reason. Not sure. I think it's an out turn come around.
Looks
I'm
like you're
fine.
right.
Pretty soft.
Okay.
Let it sit though.
Try to bury this.
Gotta work.
Back 4.
Okay, line's getting better. It's got a curl.
Taking a while to curl here.
Yeah, it's a little
Got
bit
a
out there
curl.
was what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Back 8.
No,
The weight is up a hair as well.
no,
It's coming down.
no.
Still back 8, but do you want it?
Okay, yeah, I guess.
Now it's digging in a little bit.
That's all right.
Hack. I think we move it out.
Okay.
Yep.
Wide open. They
They're
can
going to throw hack weight at this, and we overheard Chris say he wants to move it right through the rings.
Yep. Yep. Yes. Art. Art.
needs to get by the
Ooh,
guard.
they have to go hard on this.
They are.
Very nice.
Good sweeping. Nose hit. Sits right there. 3 yellows sitting in the rings. I don't see a
Okay.
double right now.
It's a heavy draw.
Yeah.
Maybe hit and make a quiet hit and flop
Freeze
behind
is
your center
fine.
guard.
But if
Okay.
we tap it a foot and get a little kiss under, it's really good.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. Would be nice to get a little roll, but
So
I'll take that.
similar weight to what you just threw?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Same weight. I'll
we were
take
just
6.5.
listening in, and so I guess he's just going to play the freeze.
Nine 5.
9-5 is the
Easy.
exact
Back
same
4.
weight that he just threw.
Okay, line's good. Just for weight.
Weight's good.
Got a curl.
Back 4.
Got a curl.
Yeah, trying to make the freeze
Back 8.
No.
to make it
No,
harder for
only
the
if it's short.
opposition
No, it's
to
not. We're to it though.
hit your rock out. It seems like the rocks
Nice.
are slowing
Very
down
nice.
a little bit faster as it enters the rings. You know, they were calling back 8. Really was T-line to back 4 at most. Same thing happened on the last rock. They were saying back 8 and it
Like,
kind of
there's
stopped
no
in the
way
back
to-
4.
Just hack.
There is a separation between those two rocks, so I think that he can get this out.
Okay.
Do you think he can squeeze this out without touching any of the yellow stones?
I think there's about a foot in between.
Okay.
There's a look at the time clocks.
Should leave us something if they just tap.
Still have the timeouts.
Yep. Yep.
Two's okay.
Yep. Yep.
He's playing at this with quiet weight.
Whoa.
This looks nice.
Yes. Yes.
Really good. You think?
Yeah.
Whoa, just
Oh
nose.
yeah.
Or just off nose.
Over curling a hair.
Ah,
Bounces
Shoot.
the yellow out. The blue springs
Yeah.
open.
Just enough to
Sorta.
push it back.
Yeah.
There is a lot of yellows in
So like
there with
90?
one lonely blue,
Yeah.
so
Definitely need less ice now.
Yeah.
at least
Yeah.
moved it open. I still gotta be careful here.
Yeah, I think Wasylkiw and Connings will move that Yellowstone completely out of the rings. Try to sit 2 blue, maybe behind that center guard.
yeah, a nice little flop here
Yeah,
It's hard to
is what they're
trust
looking
yourself
for.
to take enough ice on
like
that because
hack to
then
board
you're
weight again.
bringing the miss into play.
Yeah, this is a big shot because you don't want to clip your center guard.
Nor do you want to leave a double.
Whoa.
This is out there.
Curl. Hard.
He does have nice weight though.
Hard.
Lauren called 80. That's pretty
Hard.
good for what they're looking for.
Yep.
Can she make this curl enough?
Hard on the yellow too.
It curls
Yep.
enough
Yep.
to
Right out. Right out. Right out.
avoid the jam, pushes
out.
the yellow
Okay.
all the
Right
way
through,
out.
Very nice shot.
Tight.
There might be a double though.
Still fine.
Just like good board control.
Just floating wide with those.
Where are you aiming?
Do you think
But-
he's
but
trying the
like-
double here, or did he just indicate like a hit and roll behind the
Little inside?
corner guard?
Well, he indicated the hit and roll behind the corner, but
I almost got the nose.
I think you want to move that blue stone off the back of the button, because if you don't move that stone, the opposition's going to make it very difficult for you by either playing a guard or coming right in again. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Nose.
Whoa.
No, I'm a little off.
Whoa.
Double.
it's
Yes.
close.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Did they lose it? Just lost it. It was.
He did make a
Sorry.
nice roll behind though.
Oh, where do you like? Right
They
here?
just lost it at the end.
Coming this way though.
Like coming this way? Yeah. Yeah. So do I. Because if you're here or here, that's
She
fine.
never
Yeah.
got you off.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very
I agree.
close.
Kind of Christmas tree it if
Yep.
you can.
It's okay.
If you can
This is a big
Please
shot here
hold
though
it.
for Lauren.
half buried.
You don't want to leave him an easy shot for 4.
Yeah, they want to come
We didn't
in,
need to be in
get
the
a-
house.
partially
Just wanted to
behind
bring
that
the house
blue
around.
guard.
You think?
Wow.
Go
It gets
full
me
time?
If you can do that, you won't leave a double.
forward.
Go full time? Just time to think of it.
All right, timeout has been
The other
called.
one's not off.
First timeout for
Yeah.
Like,
Wasylkiw and Connings.
I like getting one in
90 seconds.
because, like, if we're talking
But I
about
mean,
eliminating
if they
plus
come
3.
You
There's a chance to get two then.
Yeah.
That one, right?
Did you
Got-
try to run back?
Yeah.
More than
Like, I think we come this way. If I'm light, like, give extra ice.
Okay. But you don't want so much extra ice that you leave it full open. They just have nose death, right?
No. No, I would, yeah.
So we know like this ice should be almost edge of 8.
Yes.
Almost edge of 8 with 4 seconds. 4:05 even.
4:05 is
like, I don't think we
fine.
need to aim 4 because
4 is T, right?
less is fine.
Yeah.
4:05, 4:10.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna think
Edge of
410 because
Still playing.
445 is what we've been asking for T.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So we just want top 8. So like that last one I see was a 412. Right? The one that just went top 12 that we swept?
For your draw for 2?
Yeah.
No, it was a 4.
It was a 4? Okay.
All right, so they were
Those are
just
like-
they've
that was
just
a
been
weird
discussing the
10-5
weight
Yeah.
that they
button
want to throw.
Oh yeah. I
They
think,
do not
like,
want to
it's
leave it
good.
a double. They do not want to
Edge of 8.
leave this open.
Like edge of 8?
Yeah.
It would be a double for 4, so it's a big shot here for
4:05 to
Lauren
4:10
Wasylkiw.
works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get this about half buried, I think.
Stone is on its way.
What was it?
4:10.
Okay, yep, yep. Where?
Top 12.
Whoa!
Got
Top
room,
12.
I think. Line looks good.
Whoa! Line's okay. Yep,
Line
yep.
looks good.
Finish. Finish, switch. Hard. Hard, tug a piece. Hard.
Looks really good.
Hard.
Okay.
Did he tuck
That
enough?
works. Really good.
I think so. I don't think
Like,
there is
would
a.
we rather take one or give up one here?
This is a good call by Chris.
So we'd
Always
rather
thinking,
give up one. I don't hate taking a go at that.
would they rather give up one to keep Hammer coming home in
Like, I think
8?
it's close, right?
Or do they want to
Down
try to take one
Hammer
and
versus
be tied coming home
tied.
without Hammer?
Did you ever make that?
What would your preference be here, Jason?
You know what?
My watch before the side, and you just started
I
yelling,
kind of like Chris's thought here of taking a run at this long angle raise takeout.
"Yeah, I didn't tell you to ask."
Try to make a shot to score 3. You have 3 stones counting right now, second, third, and fourth shot.
Perfect.
Yeah. Does the trick.
Like, obviously, if we're
I don't think there's any danger
Waiting
playing
eight
this
foot.
one.
It doesn't look like you'd have to miss it by a lot to give up 2.
Yeah,
You
would really
can.
have to over curl and then jam into your ones that are behind the corner guard. But
because we got full buried.
Yeah.
well, they're going to try it.
Yeah, they're going to make a go at this. I think this is a good strategic decision here.
Really close.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. Really close.
It's a hair outside,
Yeah,
I think.
no,
Now
we're not.
Okay. One.
One. Yeah.
thins it and gives up a steal of 1, but they were okay with that result. They're going to give up a steal of 1. Wasylkiw and Connings, they're going to take a 2-point lead, 6-4, coming home. But Liscumb and Liscumb, they've got the coveted hammer. They're going to try to score 2 to tie, 3 to win. Well, we expected a close game, Catherine. We're getting it.
So I'm guard, right?
Yeah.
I hope everyone at home, at work, on the beach, wherever you are, in the passenger seat of car, are enjoying our coverage of the Curl On Mixed Doubles Championship. This is, of course, the championship final, our last draw here. We've enjoyed
Yep.
being with you
So 405.
throughout Friday, Saturday, and
4 to
Sunday.
405 should be good. You know it.
All right, final end, just getting underway. Lauren trying to play that draw once again. She's jumped right up to help.
Take a look for weight. Looks like it's
The
there.
line.
It looks pretty
Yep,
good.
Yep. Yep. Yes. Hard. Hard. Line's really good. Hard.
They're by the guard
Right
trying to
to
get
it.
this right to Frozen on that rock in the
Hard.
back
hard,
of the
hard,
4.
Hard. Hard. Great sweep.
Great shot.
Comes
man.
right to the tee line. Great shot,
Like
great
to
sweep.
top it a bit.
Out turn.
Either turn. In turn might be better, actually.
Okay.
Great
Yeah.
shot.
Good sweep. Sorry, freaked me out.
Only took 8 in. We got her.
Last shot. Great.
Where are we? Oh. Just fine.
Well,
Gonna turn this
Whoa.
relax there.
Well, we're in for an exciting finish here.
I don't know yet.
Yeah, Catherine
Going back.
Curl.
trying to tap the blue stone.
Curl.
So.
Lauren played a nice shot. This one's coming in for very nicely for the tap. Taps the blue on an angle back,
shot.
squeezes it out.
Full tap.
Yeah.
Yellow sitting shot in second shot now.
Okay, so we got 2 timeouts, so we just need 2 rocks and then we got 32. But I'll go down.
Yeah. Try and get inside.
Even a straight freeze is fine,
Yeah. So like.
but I prefer the
Yellow's
tap
down
just
to
a bit.
1 minute and 32 seconds, but they still do have their 2 timeouts.
Now, shouldn't be in too much trouble with those 2 timeouts. They'll be able to stop the clock for 90 seconds. That'll take care of 2 of the shots, and as we were saying, only 2 of the other shots need to be thrown within 132, so shouldn't be a problem at all.
90. Tap.
Okay.
Shane's trying to tap this back.
Back 4.
Close.
Back 4. Back 8.
Oh,
Back 4. Back 8.
oh, we're gonna kill it?
No, we can't get it out.
Oh. Yep,
Starting to curl now.
Line's
Whoa,
looking really good
whoa.
now. The weight,
No roll, no
about
roll,
back
no roll.
8,
Sit.
taps the yellow, sits on the top of the button.
Have it back.
Yeah, with the intern again.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's.
Sorry, you kept down a little
You can
longer.
see a piece on the outturn side, but you have to tap it towards the right on your screen to get it through. So the intern being called once again. I think you can get pretty close to nose on this one.
If
Yep.
you get by the center guard
Yeah, line.
tight,
Room. How's weight?
it curls hard
Yep.
here.
Yep. Oh, curl,
Line looks good.
curl,
It's gonna.
There it goes.
curl, 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 hard,
Will it come over?
hard, hard.
Yes, it does. Taps the blue back. Yellow sitting
Very nice.
1, maybe 2.
I think they're 2.
Okay, you can hit now. Shane's looking at it.
I can't see all of
Maybe
it. I
the
think we just
double,
gotta
maybe even
play
the
with
triple. You can squirt it right through the middle of those 2 yellows. You can
Board.
maybe get all 3 to go.
Can you
Board?
see?
Okay.
I think like hack. We can throw with hack and just get inside and get the same sort of rub.
Okay. Do you want me to sweep?
No, you're good.
Okay, where do you want the broom?
Nose of the other yellow. Yeah.
Nose hit here
Go
with
to hack
board
weight.
weight. Is that
Yeah.
the call?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're trying to play this a little bit softer. They want to keep the shooter around in the top of the 4. Nose
Real
hit.
tight. Whoa.
Hack to board.
Okay. Close. Yep. Yep. Whoa.
Board.
Off.
Board.
Off.
This looks close, Jason.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Very good shot here. Maybe
Okay.
over curl just a hair.
Call timeout.
Not bad.
Okay, I think it's ready.
Timeout's been called by the Liscumbs. They're trying to save some time here.
Right there. Rather just try and get this.
Yeah.
That was a nice shot, though. It got the
We're just, they're gonna
moved
have
the
a
yellows
big
around
pocket
and got
here, so
one
we'll have
back
something going on.
to the back 8 foot.
Maybe there.
There is a bit of a hole you can push that blue stones through, but you can also maybe throw a corner freeze, the intern side. Freeze it to the right of the stone, as you see it on the screen, so the top button.
After freezing on top of white, we freeze the yellow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we did 2 in there.
Yeah.
Very exciting finish to this Ontario Mixed Doubles Provincial Championship,
Couple of feet.
with the winner going on to Portage La Prairie.
Yeah, I think so.
Wanna go?
Yeah, go
Going with
Len.
the intern again.
I think so. Yep, definitely. They've been familiar with this
Mike?
turn. We know it curls.
Oh, they're both sweeping it now.
Oh, oh.
Yeah, going for the curly side. Sweeping it for curl and weight, trying to get it right frozen onto the corner of the blue. They will get it frozen. Pretty good shot.
Nice shot.
Just freeze right here.
The only bad thing
Yeah.
is it
Right?
seems to line up
Yeah.
right in a line with the other blue stones behind it.
I think so.
I don't know if you could hit it out at that angle.
So what are they going to try to do now? Just come down to the back yellow one?
We'll try and take my next one.
Yeah, they can definitely
Leave
throw a
the
blue
timeout
to the
for
back
you.
yellow.
'Cause I think they're throwing a draw because we just overheard Lauren say 4.
90.
Yep. I'm tight. Hard.
I think we have to go for line. They have
Really
to go for
hard.
line here.
Yes, it's really tight. I think it's on the guard. Or is
not,
it?
Not yet, but
It will be?
It's okay.
It is on the guard.
it looked a little tight out of his hand.
Like just back line, back 12.
So a good opportunity here for the Liscumbs. They just want to tap the blue one back, but there is a blue catcher back there.
Yeah, I think they got to play enough weight to move some of the backing off.
I think I heard the weight call back 12.
Okay.
There, eh?
They are rushing a little bit because
Okay.
of the time clock, but they're okay. They still have one timeout
Yep.
left.
Yes, there's only
Girl.
one rock left
Girl
for
hunter.
each.
Really got curl. Really got curl. Really got curl.
Yellow pushes that blue back, rolls the shooter away. Blue still
Blue
shot
is still
stone.
shot.
Timeout
has
being
been
called.
Right
Well,
there?
we've got
Yeah.
one stone left for each
Coming
team.
right
Like a
down
little
to
bit
the
on
wire.
inside.
Right now, how do they score I guess they
Lauren
have
and
this
Shane, they're throwing blue. They're
for
up
2.
by 2 with shot stone.
Actually,
The Liscums with the hammer, however.
perfect. So, yeah,
They're sitting
we're here.
second and third shot.
Here on the
See how
inside?
they- Yeah, right
If
on
you
the-
move,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. And even if you tap it a little,
If she moves, if she taps this
long as you're
back
on the
far
nose,
enough,
it's fine.
I don't
Okay.
think that the Liscums can get more than their 2.
Edge of 8.
I agree.
Pardon?
Just inside.
I think you want to
This
move
inside
this yellow one
edge
back because that his second shot right now.
Unless you
Yeah.
can make an absolute
Like
perfect
kind of
freeze.
nose of our blue up there?
Yeah.
Or do you have a little more?
I think like outside nose-ish.
Yeah. Almost outside edge of it.
What?
Almost outside edge, I'd say.
The outside edge is edge of 8. So
Okay.
So this is Lauren's
I think 10 5 is okay.
last
But
rock
I'm going to think 4.
Yep.
of the possible last end
You got this.
Yeah.
of the Ontario Mixed Doubles Provincial Championship.
Give it a bit.
Total 3.
Okay.
Looking to come down to the yellow stone. Maybe tap
Very
it back
good.
a little bit.
Whoa.
Sit,
Yup.
shot in second.
There you go.
Yup, yup. Whoa.
Line's good.
Off. Switch if you need to.
Just do it.
Off. Hard finish. Needs to curl a ton. Hard. Right to it. Hard. Hard right to it.
Can they get enough finish? Yes, they do.
Wow.
Great
What a
save.
shot.
Beautiful shot.
Perfectly frozen. I don't know if there's a way to squeeze those blue stones out and keep
we
your
just
yellows
gotta
around.
So timeout
You
has
gotta
been
hit-
called.
Hit this on this
By
side.
the
because
Liscums?
we gotta go this one, then this, and just pop it that way.
Lauren's got to
So
be happy
just-
with that
just
rock.
a hair high side. Just running it into this, there. Okay. And hope that
Not
8
on the
6 doesn't
nose.
spin.
Pardon?
I was like,
It goes so hard at the
oh
end.
my
though.
god. Yeah.
The more this game went on, the way more the
Oh, this is so tough.
Great shot.
So this is a run back on the blue to the yellow. Try to scoot the 2 blues out there and
Yeah.
Hopefully 2 yellow stones.
for a tie.
Whatever you
Stick around for a tie, yeah.
Yeah, well.
The
you
toughest
can
of
do that.
shots for a chance to send the game into extra ends.
Going back to tie the game. Potentially tie the
She
game.
makes this a
They could kill there too. She makes
Final stone, Catherine Liscumb, 8th end of the Ontario Mixed Doubles Championships. Needs to make a run back into the yellow.
No, I don't think so.
Needs to catch the blues. It's not going to be there. It's too high.
Congratulations, guys.
And it's a steal of 2 more for Lauren Wasylkiw, Shane Connings. They defeat Catherine and Chris Liscumb. They become the new 2020 Ontario Mixed Doubles Curling Champions. Wow.
What a day for them.
Yes, they've had a long day.
Tiebreaker, quarterfinal, semifinal, and now to win the final.
Ontario champions.
Hi, Mom and Dad.
Catherine, summarize the game for us. What made the difference for this team?
Well, it actually was a close game, so it's really tough to pinpoint anything that went
I
right
was
or
really
anything that
surprised
went
you guys
wrong.
just didn't hit on that last
The
one,
only
to be
thing
honest.
is,
'Cause it was going to be a real hard
I
race,
think
thought,
that
if
Lauren just
Yeah.
made
you
the
just
key
hit
shot
that
on
one
her
out
last
and
one.
rolled it into the
Yes,
You
it was-
couldn't have
Easier
picked
if
it
you
up
did
and
that.
put
If
it,
you froze there, I
placed
didn't
it
see
any
it.
better
No,
than what
it
It
she
was so back and
You
forth
have to be
early on
real
in the
lucky
game.
there to
And then Lauren,
we
as you
curled like
mentioned,
this much
made
more,
some
I
great
don't think
shots
that
near
was
the
right.
end. And that sealed the deal for this team. They're going to be going to the national championships
How exciting
March
is that?
17 to 22nd in Portage, wearing the Ontario colors. Well, Catherine, it's been a great 3 days working with you.
It has been.
And of course, we want to thank the Brockville Country Club for being the host club, Matt and his heist crew, the Curl On umpires and staff, and of course, all of the volunteers here. Well, that brings us to the end of our coverage of the 2020 Ontario Mixed Doubles Curling Championships, brought to you by Curl On and Title Sports Live. Congratulations again to Lauren Wasylkiw, Shane Connings, your Ontario champions. On behalf of Catherine, my name is Jason Chang, the entire TSL crew backstage. We'll see you again next time. Good night.